Yes, welcome to Cyber Safety Net Stay Safe Online, episode 146. How juice jacking rips you off. How juice jacking rips you off. My name is Anthony Germanos, and I'll be the presenter today. And I use the phrase juice jacking, which is pretty new to a lot of people. And it basically means transmitting data when people are expecting only power. Transmitting data when people are expecting only power. I have this image of the outlet here. On the left and right, we have typical 110 volt plugs. These are standard in the United States. In the middle, we have 3 USB outlets. And the danger here is that if you plug in your phone, your notebooks, your tablet, you just don't know who's on the other end. That is why juice jacking is dangerous. And that also creates the opportunity for juice jackers. I have a definition of juice jacking from Wikipedia, and that is the goal of the attack is to either install malware on the device or to surreptitiously copy potentially sensitive data. So I'm going to stop sharing the screen here and show you my visual aids. Here's my iPhone 12 cable. This side that you plug into your computer or some random outlet somewhere, which you're not supposed to do, is referred to as USB-A. This happens to be Ultra, which works on the iPhone 12 Pro. What you're supposed to do is plug into this. This is a simple adapter. You plug your USB cable for your phone, your tablet, your notebook into this, and plug this into a wall outlet. You can also get a little fancier by buying one of these. This plugs into a wall outlet, but it also lets me plug in 2 USB cables. I know, a little fancy, not that expensive. Today's presentation is sponsored by my 4th book, How Hacks Happen. In How Hacks Happen, there are 2 personas. There's me, Mark, the good guy who wants to protect you. And there's Brad Cracker, the bad guy who wants to rip you off. And if he can get people to plug in their USB cable to one of his compromised outlets and then plug the other end into a phone, a notebook, or a tablet, then Brad can go to work. In the definition from Wikipedia, I talked about transferring data to or from. Transferring data to would be the hacker transferring data through your USB cable to your phone, your tablet, your notebook. Or he can do the opposite. He can extract data. Sometimes I use the word harvest. You can extract data from a phone, a notebook, or a tablet. And that's because you just don't know who's on the other end of that USB port. Back in episode 102, I introduced the CIA Triad. I'm going to share the screen again. And back then I was talking about confidentiality, integrity, and availability. Since we're talking about hackers who are connecting in a sinister way to a USB port, then I think we're talking about confidentiality again, because you don't know what data they're trying to steal from your phone. We've seen these ports all over the place because they're common in the US. More and more, I see them at airports where people sit down and say, gosh darn, I have 5% battery life on my phone. It's only 12 noon. I need to plug in and charge. So they're going to look for a USB port. On the upside, they'll be able to charge the phone. On the downside, they don't know who's on the other end of that USB port. It could be a hacker or it could just be nobody. Unknown. And you'd have to take the outlet cover off. And I bet most people won't want to try that at an airport. Let's talk about your options. You can bring an AC-DC adapter like what I showed you, and I'm sure you have a lot of these sitting around your home. This one supports 1 USB cord. This one supports 2. I've seen others that support more. Not a big deal. You can bring an extra battery. I'm going to stop sharing the screen here. In the How Hacks Happen presentation, I talk about using a battery when I hack because the computer I use for on-site hacking Wi-Fi does not have its own power supply or battery. So I need to carry this. If you travel a lot, you might want to get one of these. They're pretty cheap. I charge this one 100% and let it sit on a table for 2 weeks. 2 weeks! And it's still held a charge. These are pretty impressive. You can also avoid free USB charging and free Wi-Fi altogether. Back in episode 126, I said, don't hop on free Wi-Fi. This would include Wi-Fi at airports, at coffee shops, at hotels, because you don't know who else is on that wireless network. And it's the same with the USB. You don't know who's connected to the back of that USB port that you're plugging into when you're nervous because your phone is at 5% battery life at 12 million. You have another option, and that is to buy a USB condom. And I will now pause for 10 seconds while you insert your punchline here. If you are proud of your USB condom punchline, put it in the comments below this video on YouTube. Thank you. I cannot think of any good punchlines, but I'm sure there are some out there. The general idea with a USB condom is you have your USB cord, you plug it into the USB condom, then you plug the USB condom into the wall. The condom will block any data transfer and let the only function be charging. It's safe. I know you're still thinking about punchlines. I just cannot think of any when I put together this PowerPoint. The last option for you would be a digital detox. Last month, I took a cruise from Port of Los Angeles to Puerto Vallarta, and I intentionally did not use the internet. I thought, if I cannot escape the internet when I'm in the middle of the ocean, then I can never escape. So if you're traveling, even if it's a 4-hour flight, San Francisco to Chicago, that's about 4 hours, it's okay to do a digital detox. It's okay to escape the internet every so often. No web surfing, no watching random YouTube videos, no email, no texting. It is good for the soul to do a digital detox. I know your time is valuable. I know there are other places you could have been. You chose to listen to me, Mark Anthony Germanos, tell you that you need to be careful when you plug in a USB cable, because if you're plugged into some random USB port at a hotel, airport, or some other place, then you don't know who is on the other end of that USB port. You're better off using a USB condom. Pause for punchlines. Or plugging into an AC-DC adapter and then plugging this into the wall outlet. Mark Anthony Germanos, thank you for watching.